Hi guys, welcome to today's kickboxing lesson. So, what we're going to be working on is counter kicking, okay? So if somebody's attacking us, how we can kick them to get away from them, okay? So, put your feet together, hands by your side, and bow. So a lot of this ties into what we were doing in our warm-up with our movement forwards and backwards on either side. So first we're going to work on the most basic counter kick that we know, and it's one that we all work on, especially in the syllabus. This comes when you're blue belt level and you want to move up to purple belt. So this is defensive side kick. Now if I'm imagining my opponent is stood around here on the edge of the mats, usually sparring range, I'm going to be about 1 meter away from them, okay? But I'm going to stand a little bit closer just so I've got space behind me, okay? I need space to move into. Now when they attack and they move forwards, first thing I need to do is create distance between myself and them so that I can get my leg up, okay? So I can do this two ways. I can just lean straight back. That takes away all my target areas and allows my foot to come up into that space. Or, second thing you can do is your first movement when you see them move forwards, just step away a little bit, and that gives you a bit more space, and that also gives you a bit more time. And then you can fire that defensive side kick in there. So, we're just going to work on this without the step. We're doing the lean, foot comes up, kicks, and then we step back into our space. So now I've got more room. I can move away, move out of the way, or I can set up another attack from there. Alright? So if you've got a pad holder, all they need to do is just put pads across themselves or a cushion or whatever, and then just rush towards you. And this is going to be like a reaction drill. Okay, so just 2 minutes working on that. If you don't have a pad holder, you'll just have to imagine it. You can go along with me at the same kind of pace that I'm going. Just imagining that target come towards you. Okay, so we're going to do a minute left leg forwards, and then we'll do a minute right leg forwards. Okay, so starting on the buzzer. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So they move forward, I lean, kick, step. Move forwards, lean, kick, step. As you're doing this, and when you lean back, let that standing foot pivot as well. Your knee bends naturally that way. Allows you for an easier push off. Start speeding up a bit now. In the step back, and defensive side kick. So that lean step kick. So we'll go back, lean, kick, step. Or just straight. Whichever one feels best for you. 5 seconds. And time. 30 seconds rest. And we'll do right leg forwards, exactly the same. So this works best if you've got somebody to work against as a reaction drill. As I said though, if you're just working by yourself, just do it to my pace. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. So on the right leg now, lean, kick, step. Let those feet cross over, your feet crossing across the front of your standing leg. That's fine. 30 seconds to go. Lean, kick, step. Remember those 3 stages. If I don't lean, then my opponent can still hit me with their punches if they're blitzing towards me, or their kicks if they're kicking towards me, as I'm throwing that side kick. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Okay, 30 seconds rest. So that works best if somebody's trying to blitz towards you, because whether they're left leg forwards or right leg forwards, as they blitz, their chest is opening up towards you, and that allows you to hit them with a defensive side kick. Now, if they're kicking towards you, they're throwing a side kick or a roundhouse or whatever, we're going to counter this time with a hook kick, okay? Exactly the same thing again. As they come towards us, we're going to lean back, throwing that hook kick around the top of their leg and scoring in there, okay? So, from the front, they're coming towards me, I lean back, again, take away my scoring areas, their legs might be quite long. This works better against somebody who's maybe not quite as good at kicking as you, okay? They've maybe got short legs. If you're fighting against somebody really tall, who's got long legs, this is really hard to do because their leg is going to be longer than yours every time. But if you've got somebody kicking towards you who's maybe just a little bit shorter or their kicking flexibility isn't quite as good as yours, then you can always lean back, kick over the top, and land that hook kick. Boom. Side of their head. Alright? So again, we're just going to do this minute left leg forwards, a minute right leg forwards. They come forwards, we lean back, and fire in that hook kick. So, 1 minute each stance. Left leg forwards first of all. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. They come forwards, back, fire that hook kick, step back. 30 seconds to go. If it's your pad holder, instead of holding the pad here, they can hold it out here, just kind of side on, replicating the side of somebody's head, and as they rush towards you, then you're aiming for that side. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Time. Good. Right. 30 seconds rest, and we'll do the same on the right leg. Again, sometimes with more advanced guys, you can double up these kicks as well. So as you lean back, you fire that hook kick roundhouse because they might have a guard up as they're kicking. So you want to get rid of that guard with the hook kick and then fire back in there on the roundhouse. So that can work nicely sometimes too. Okay, 1 minute. Hook kick. Fifteen seconds. And time. Right. Quick drink if you need it. Now what we're going to do, utilising more of our kicks now, we can use our roundhouse and our hook kick. Instead of moving back in a straight line though, we're going to move offline. Okay, just like we did with our warm up. We did this footwork. Okay, step with the back leg, line up with the lead leg. Step with the back leg, line up with the lead leg. Okay, that footwork. Now, this works well because if we're fighting against somebody who's a kicker, they might be a really good kicker. As I said before, might be somebody taller than you or with better flexibility. Kickers move in straight lines, okay? You can't really kick around in a circle, or you can, but not very fast, okay? Not efficiently, uses a lot of energy, and you don't find kickers going around in circles chasing you with a leg up. So, kickers like to move in straight lines. So if I'm moving back, straight line, I'm kind of playing into their game. I'm giving them more space so they can just keep building up momentum and get closer and closer to those kicks and get more powerful, and that's going to hurt. So what I want to do is move completely out of the way, offline, with this step, okay? Over here, or back here, leaving them on the same line as they were kicking. Now, which way you move opens up different options for which kicks you can throw. So if I step this way, for instance, I don't want to be throwing a roundhouse kick because my opponent's still here. If I throw a roundhouse kick from here, boom, it's over there. Alright, so from here, my opponent's coming forwards, I've stepped offline, the hook kick works best, doesn't it? Boom, throwing that around there, okay? Now vice versa on the other side, if I step over here, my opponent's here, if I throw a hook kick, it's going to go over there. So I want to throw that roundhouse kick and score on them there. So, what we're going to do, I'll give you 2 minutes on this one because we're working two different kicks, two different angles. Just working on stepping off that line, step, hook kick, step, roundhouse kick. Okay? Now when you do this, as we did in our warm-up, we're dropping our shoulders so that if they do get a little bit too close to those kicks, they're just going to kind of graze off the back of us. Alright, if I step like this, just to exaggerate, and their kick hits me, I'm going flying through the wall, okay? So, make sure you drop that shoulder, boom, out of the way, throw that hook kick, throw the roundhouse. So I step to my open side, it's the hook kick. When I step to my closed side, it's the roundhouse kick. So 2 minutes doing that, we'll do it 2 minutes left leg forwards, 2 minutes right leg forwards. Starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Step this way, hook. Step this way, roundhouse. Feel that buzzer. I forgot to set it to 2 minutes. Still on 1 minute. Again, if you've got a pad holder, instead of kicking towards you, they can just hold the pad out and rush towards you like that. And again, you can just step offline from them, land that hook kick. 30 seconds to go. That's 10 seconds. And time. Good. Right, take a minute. Get yourselves a drink. Now, another 30 seconds rest. Now we're going to go right leg forwards. So same again. I step to my open side, drop that shoulder, and this leg comes up and around. Lands that hook kick on them as they're coming forwards towards me. Okay, they're traveling on this line, and I'm on this line. Okay, so I started here, I've stepped over here, taken away my scoring areas, and just left my heel there as a nice little gift, parting gift. As I say goodbye, step up line, boom, kick. Okay, same going the other way, step over here, boom, roundhouse kick. Alright, so we're going to do this now. 2 minutes, right leg forwards. Might not be your strongest kick, but we need to work both sides evenly. Okay, so starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So step, drop that shoulder. They come past you. Hook. Step. Roundhouse. Good. So if you've got your pad holder, if you're lucky enough to have somebody holding pads for you, this is a reaction drill, okay? Wait till they move, alright? Don't just take that step and then they walk forwards, okay? They've got to run forwards first. And as soon as you see them move forwards, that's when, boom. So this is a reaction drill for the kicker. Make sure it's a nice big step, okay? If I just take a step like this, even though I'm slightly offline, it's still not going to be enough to avoid any kicks. So I need to do a big step, boom, get away from that leg. If you're fighting somebody with big long legs, their leg might be going all the way over the place, okay? Cutting off all the different angles. So I really got to take a big step to avoid that. We're over halfway. Yeah, sometimes that's time. Sometimes when I step backwards like this, I also like to throw my hand up as well. This is a little distraction, so they're not looking at my foot, looking at my hand, and all of a sudden my foot's moving out of the way. So, take a minute, guys. Catch your breath, get a drink. Right, next thing we're going to work on. We've stepped with our back leg this way, and we step this way. Now, something else we can do is step the lead leg, alright? Just to get a little bit closer. Step this way, and step this way. Now when we step, the kicks remain the same. So we step this way, hook kick. Step this way, roundhouse. Alright, now the step's it's not as far out wide, but it is getting you a little bit closer to them actually. Alright, with the back leg step, I'm all the way over here. The front leg step, and I'm kicking, I'm here. Alright, so I'm about a meter closer. Which may help you depending on what side you're kicking on, where your opponent is, what kind of kicks they're throwing. You just kind of have to adapt. So this is just giving you a few different options, things you can use. So for this one, stepping with our lead leg, our back leg steps up to the kick, allows us to throw that hook kick around. Okay, step over here, back leg steps up, throw that. Okay, step, kick, or step, kick. Remember, try and keep your body, you see this A1 fight gear here, try and keep that away from your opponent so they can't see that logo on your t-shirt. Okay, when I step this way, I don't want them to be able to see that. When I step this way, Again, I want to hide it from them. Fire that in there. Okay, so using that lead leg set now, we'll do it again. 2 minutes left leg, 2 minutes right leg, and then we'll change the drill. 3, 2, 1. So I'm left leg forwards now. Step to my open side. Back leg comes up. This allows me to throw my hook kick around. Boom. Reset. Lead leg steps back, keeping away that logo. Stepping up. Boom. Has to be the roundhouse. Step. Step. Hook. Step. Step. Round. See us lying on the floor. I'm moving along that line. I'm not getting any closer to my opponent. I'm not stepping over here. Okay? That's too close. They're going to be able to hit me with a kick. Moving on line. Over. Step. Hook. Step. Step. Round. 1 minute to go. So I'm speeding it up. So back leg. I'll be honest, I don't really use the lead leg step a lot when I'm sparring. It's not something I'm particularly happy with, but everybody fights differently, so it's worth learning all these stuff. So just on the off chance you come across something you really do like and that you want to use, then it's there for you. 10 seconds. We all fight differently. 10 seconds. And time. 1 minute rest. So now we're going right leg forwards. Again, keep in mind that logo on your t-shirt. Turn it away. Again, if you're lucky enough, you have somebody holding a pad. If you tell them every time you see their logo, get them to tell you off. Okay, whether it's the back leg step or the lead leg step, this way or this way. You don't want them seeing this. Okay, that's what they're aiming for. As the kicker is attacking you, your body is the closest target to them, so that's what they're really wanting to hit. Head's a little bit harder to hit, obviously it's a little bit higher, it's also a little bit further away from your body, okay? So 5 seconds, and go right leg forwards. Here we go. Lead leg, step, step, hook. Step, step, round. Still catch myself trying to do that back leg step. It's just that's how I fight more often. Step, step, hook. Step, step, round. So you find it's kind of taking you more in a circular motion, whereas the first one we did with the back leg is taking you away from your target, giving you a bit more space. This is taking you more towards your opponent on the sort of semicircle movement. Step, step, round. So they're still stood there, just kind of moving forwards from there to there. It's when you've seen them start moving from about 2 meters away, that's when you get out of the way. And then by the time you've stepped over here, they're only about 1 meter away, well within your kicking distance. Okay, 30 seconds to go. And this works on both sides. If your opponent's left leg forwards or right leg forwards, you can always throw that. If they're same stance as me, if they're right leg forwards here, and I do that roundhouse kick, I can throw it to the body, the chest, the head. Okay, the hook kick though, can't hit on them on the back, so it has to hit to the head. If they're left leg forwards, I can land that hook kick to the body or the head, and the roundhouse has to go up to the head. So it works either way, depending on what fighter. That is time, so take a minute guys, rest up there. And we've got one more to run through. Alright, so this last one is going to be a rear leg kick. Alright, so how do you counter with a rear leg kick? What we're going to do is, if I'm right leg forwards, I'm going to step to my closed side, okay? My back is that way, so I'm going to step this way, okay? This space over here. So it's actually opening up my body, okay? Which I've told you not to do to your opponent. But if I do it when they're at the furthest away point, as soon as I see them start to come towards me, then it just gives me enough time to get out of the way, okay? This is something, by the way, we've been using counters against kickers, okay? People who are kicking against you, stepping offline, beating that leg. This one here is to counter somebody who's blitzing you, okay? So if they're doing a reverse punch blitz or a back fist blitz, whatever that is, okay? So, as soon as you see them start to blitz towards you, and step off way over here, okay? So I've opened up my body, but I've moved it from here to here. So they're blitzed because it's linear, and they can't really readjust. It takes a lot of energy to throw a blitz. You can't really go and change direction halfway through the blitz, okay? So as soon as I've seen them blitz, I've got out of the way, and they're just going to come flying past me. My foot's still here though, might as well use it. Boom, bring that roundhouse up into their chest as they blitz past, okay? So they're blitzing towards me, and my roundhouse is just going to nail them right there. I step off line, boom, leave my foot. Okay, so we're going to spend just the last 2 minutes doing this. From your fight stance, step, kick. Okay, left leg forwards. Again, step into my closed side. It doesn't work if I step over here. Alright, I can't throw a roundhouse down here. Suppose I could throw, boom, a hook kick. That would actually work really nicely. We're not going to work on it just now, but as an alternative, if you step to your open side, hook kick up to the face, if you're quick enough. But we're just going to use stepping over here, boom, roundhouse up to the body. Okay, so the last 2 minutes just doing that. Starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Step, boom, roundhouse. Change stance, step away, boom, roundhouse. Make sure it's a nice big step, like I say. Get your scoring areas offline. So again, whether your opponent's left leg forwards or right leg forwards, they're opening up their chest as they blitz, okay? So that back fist, that target area is always there, whether they're left leg forwards or right leg forwards. 1 minute to go. Last 30 seconds. 10 seconds. And time. Excellent, good job. Right. Relax. Shake out your arms. So we've worked on a whole bunch of counter kicking skills there. Defensive side kick, defensive hook kick, stepping off the line, firing, roundhouse, hook kick, as well as just there, completely moving and leaving the roundhouse there as a parting gift. So stretch out these legs. Change. Jump and stretch. So if you remember right back to the warm-up that we did at the start of the lesson, before you did this pre-record, those footwork drills, the stepping, the bouncing, the going forwards and backwards, that's all good stuff to get you warmed up for these kind of drills. Okay, that's how we fight. Butterfly stretch. Hopefully by now, guys, you'll have been with me long enough to know you fight how you train. Okay? If you train hard, then the fighting is easy. If you're lazy though, and you don't train hard, it's really hard when it comes to fighting. Left leg straight, reach your toes. Change leg. Into your hip flexor stretch. Into your front splits. Change legs. Flex it first. Front splits. And then over into your box splits. And relax there. Shake out those legs. Good job, guys. Right, any questions about today's stuff, just stick a comment down below or message me directly. Well done on completing that. Feet together, hands by your side, and bow.